What? What? Fletcher fired us. Does that mean there's nothing we can do now? We can still help. I'm going to keep investigating. There must be something that can prove her innocent. Then I'll go with you. Just say, hey, okay, I'm gonna give the terrorists a 0 drive if you don't play ball. There, that's how you do it. I'm gonna give it to the terrorists, unless you, like, actually tell me what the fuck is going on here. I'll go with you. No, I need to file a report for a retrial. Go to the town center. I'll meet with you later. Right, Chloe on the job. Go team! I can't just sit around while Fletcher is put in jail. I need to investigate the scene again, starting with the sewer entrance. Oh my god! This is insane! Okay, so a new... Like, I love how they don't actually investigate anything. I made it. Now, is there anything of interest here? Like, they always like, oh right, you told me how to do my job, I forgot. Nothing, not a clue in sight. Was it a waste of time for me to go here? Hello? Conrad, they wouldn't let me file a report. Huh? What went wrong? I don't have a valid reason for retrial. Valid reason? Retrials can only take place if there was something unfair about the first one. Think, was there anything that would invalidate Fletcher's sentence? The judge. The judge? For the reason, whether the judge was not himself. That was true, after all. But couldn't that get him in trouble? Yes, and rightfully so. He declared a defendant guilty without sufficient evidence. I understand. File the report and let me know how it went. I think I just found something that could help our case. Did you? The knife. It's a knife? Could it be? It's identical to the ones in the security room. If our last theory was correct, then this could be the murder weapon. I'll hold on to it for now. We need to get this scanned for fingerprints. And there's just one thing I have to check. Looks like everything is finally set up. Confirm login. Let's hope this works. Welcome back, Sarah. Conrad? Conrad. The current user is Conrad Cross. Confirmed. Hello, Conrad. So it really is voice controlled. Computer, run the help function. Feel free to call me ACE. That's shortcut for Autonomous Case Evaluation. Case evaluation? My programming allows for deep learning and the ability to rewrite core functions. In other words, I learn by processing examples. A detailed manual can be found in the Documents folder. ACE, what kind of hardware are you running on? I'm currently running on a desktop with 16 CPU cores and 8 gigabytes of VRAM. The current user is logged in from a remote device. That matches the computer in Fletcher's apartment. Ooh, AI. See, this is not generative AI. This is not language learning model AI. This is actually probably true AI. There is a difference between all three of those, kind of. Like, I would say LLM and generative AI are kind of the same, depending on how they do things, but it's just, it's all slop. It's all absolute garbage slop. I fucking hate AI. I'm always gonna fucking hate AI. This is, this is what I would say is more of a true sentient kind of AI sort of thing, maybe. Because AI, as it is right now, isn't even artificial intelligence. It is a very advanced algorithm that just basically respits information back out at you, and it can analyze it very quickly, sort of thing. It's VI. I really am running your program. Ace, do you know what you were designed to do? Affirmative. I am to pass judgment on the accused. Please provide me with a detailed description of the current case. So that's it. This is a digital judge. Fletcher's big project was a computer program. This is the AI that Fletcher was working on all this time. I hooked up a wireless connection that leads to her apartment, and his tablet is running her computer at range. What's up, Dora? Ace, your learning process isn't complete. Correct. I require more case studies. The current target is military court hearings. Military court hearings? And that means... Do you know about the zero data? Yes, that item should be sufficient to complete the learning process. Fletcher wanted the zero data because it contains top secret military records. And Ace needs those records as examples for rewriting its code. Dork. Ace, what other useful functions do you have? Do you like pornography? I can look up any type for it. Mathematical computation, sorting, physics simulation, network analysis, encryption, GPS tracking, video encoding, 3D rendering. Hold on, GPS tracking? I can locate long-distance targets through satellite communications. Which satellites? That information is classified. Huh? How did Fletcher have access to that? Ace, what targets can you locate? Buildings, vehicles, cell phones, individuals. Wait! How can you locate individuals? I have a database of users who receive GPS implants for satellite tracking. What? Ace, can you search that database for Sarah Fletcher? Locating. Miss Fletcher is currently at the town center, in the courthouse. Huh. Fletcher has a GPS implant? What other information do you have on Sarah Fletcher? Searching. I found over 500 results. Do you want me to relay the most relevant ones? Yes. Sarah Fletcher, age 25, gender female, height around 1.7 meters. At age 17, Sarah won an international competition in programming. This earned her scholarships around the country. At age 21, she was moved to an accelerated program in criminal justice. Within several months, Sarah graduated and moved directly to a government position. Huh? Government? Which position? That information is classified. At age 23, Sarah was involved with a hostage incident in the city. She was accused of murder, but was proven innocent by Conrad Cross. However, her criminal record continues. At age 24, Sarah was the prime suspect in a bank robbery incident. After becoming a wanted criminal, Sarah evaded the police several times. But recent circumstances have led to her arrest. Sarah was convicted of murder earlier today. The victim was William Dilmer, who was stabbed in the sewers under an airport. Would you like to hear her comprehensive medical records? That's enough, Ace. This machine, it's so cold. It's talking about its creator as if she was just a statistic, a piece of information. Ace, what branch of government did Fletcher work for? Let me clarify. Miss Fletcher does not hold an administrative position. Her role might be better described as an agent or an operative. What? You speak about her job as if she hasn't been terminated by this point. Surely after being a wanted criminal, they would have disbanded her? Negative. Sarah still holds her position. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this. Search your database for gray nail. Searching. I found over 700 results. I just need to know one thing. Does Nail work for the same division as Fletcher? Analyzing. Yes. So that's it. This is all just a charade? Charade? Ace, locate Gray Nail. Mr. Nail is currently at these coordinates. Huh? Why is he here? Why is he there? I need to talk to Nail. He has the answers. I need him to tell me what's really going on. But first, Ace, I need you to locate Conrad Cross. Locating. Mr. Cross is currently in the Cross Law Office's building. No. How did it? Ace, did you know it was me? I never assume users to be who they claim to be. I simply search my database for GPS signals and request information from the satellite. Then does that mean you found Conrad Cross through GPS implants? Correct. No, they can't be. When did I don't have implants! They're natural! Ace, find Chloe McCarthy. Locating. That name is not in my database. Me too, Conrad! God! So it's just me? But why? Try to find Kate Flocking. That name is not in my database. This doesn't make any sense. Zensi! Fletcher, Nail, and I all have implants? But no one else? I don't have time for this. I need to get to Nail. Ace, I'm powering you down for now. I'll bring this tablet with me so I can ask you more questions if I need to. Acknowledged. Entering sleep mode. Alright, Nail. It's time for the truth. This Nail's about to get hammered. That sounded far more sexual than I meant it. Why is he on the rooftop? Nail? Conrad? What are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. Dora! You lost today. You should have given up when you had the chance. It's not over. It's far from over. The councils gave their verdict. Fletcher will be imprisoned. I'm submitting a request for a retrial. What? Retrial? The judge was clearly biased. There wasn't enough evidence to prove her guilt. No, Conrad, you don't understand. This case cannot be tried again. Something's not adding up. Why is he acting like this? Just give up. The process for retrial is complex and could make her punishment worse. You're not telling me the whole truth, Nail. Was that trial a show? What? That's it, wasn't it? You and Fletcher have some agenda. Now you're talking nonsense. What's the division you two work for? Huh? When you were disguised as Ram, you said you worked for the government. But which part? Some secret division? Police? Do you really work with our country? Fine. Don't answer. What I know is that Fletcher begged me for help. She needed us to run a fair trial, and we failed her. Then why did she dismiss you? You clearly weren't doing everything in your power. Even she saw the situation was hopeless. No, she was trying to protect me. Think back to what the judge said. He was about to put my badge into question. Fletcher fired me because I would have continued. I would have risked my badge to prove her innocence. You deluded yourself. It doesn't matter now. We have more important things to discuss. Why do I have a GPS implant? You're not. Answer the question. It's always secrets with you, isn't it? Your persona is built on lies. You hide so much that I'm not even sure if you've really been a mentor to me. I taught you everything you needed to know to become a prosecutor. You let yourself down by becoming a defense attorney. I don't regret my decision. But you didn't teach me everything. Sorry. The questions that really mattered, I didn't have answers to. Which takes precedence? The law or my duty as an attorney? Is it always right to punish the guilty? Should have taken the judge hostage. How do we really know if someone is guilty or innocent? Conrad, does everyone really deserve defense in court? Nothing I could say could ever teach the answers to those questions. Furthermore, everyone's answers will be different. It's up to you to solve the problems in your own way. Without help? Without guidance? I thought you were in a coma for 2 years. But instead you've just been playing games with terrorists. Where were you when I struggled? Why didn't you tell me the truth? I don't know if I can ever tell you the whole story. I don't think anyone can. Let's start somewhere. Answer one question. The GPS implant. Why? We needed to keep an eye on you. You were too involved with the Zero data. So you were tracking my location for how long? Since the hostage incident 1 year ago. A year? A whole year? I'm sorry. I don't even want to know how. If you know what's best for you, then you'll stop asking questions. I don't need to ask anymore. Good. Because I figured it out. What? This organization that both you and Fletcher belong to. They needed Fletcher to retrieve the Zero data, right? Because she was building ACE. How did you know about that? So ACE is really a project that your whole group is involved with. Then why didn't you already have access to the Zero data? The project was only known by the highest important individuals. So you needed to steal the Zero data from yourself? And use Fletcher to take the blame? Conrad, now I understand. The data was sealed away after the 04 incident. There's no way the government would have allowed you to use it. That's why you had Fletcher construct ACE in secret. But when the plan went wrong, you branded her as a criminal. And she stayed under course even now. She still wrote the program after being betrayed by her employers. This plan has been in motion since the hostage incident a year ago. Nobody was allowed to know. That's why we had Fletcher go rogue. Yeah, they told her to. But if that's true, then why'd you ask me to solve the robbery incident? Wouldn't that have just revealed your plan? No. That was our plan, or rather, the new plan. Oh, my nose is so itchy, sorry. What? Something went wrong that day. The robbery turned into a murder. So we set up a new plan to expose Fletcher's crimes. True, it made her job a little more difficult, but this provided an excuse to the employers at our organization. By having a team dedicated to tracking down Fletcher, it removed suspicion. In reality, our team did almost nothing. Are you saying that by solving the crime? I don't know why I did. If you hadn't found the truth, every branch of our government would go haywire. We'd have agents running around trying to find the culprit. As you can imagine, that would most likely interrupt our project. In addition, since Fletcher worked with us, everyone trusted us to the job. We had all sorts of information on her, not that we used it. Was it really worth it to hide all this from your own government? So Fletcher was doing all this because her organization demanded it? I can't believe that. I need the zero data, Conrad. What? You want to complete Ace's learning program? That was the goal all along, and now our distraction has finally been removed. Fletcher was convicted, which means their excuse is over. But her work was completed. All it needs is... You have the last hard drive. Hand it over. Fletcher gave up everything for this, and lost her freedom in the process. She'll likely be in jail for the rest of her life. They want to make their digital judge a reality. But what do I want? Is this really what Fletcher would have wanted? I'm waiting. I have to make a choice. Oh. I can't save. Oh! You know what? Fuck him. Selfish, keep the hard drive here. I still don't quite understand all the pieces, but I can't let you have it that easily. I deserve an explanation. You won't be getting one. I've already said too much. Then what are you going to do? Take it by force? If you don't give it to me, then you'll lose your attorney's badge. Huh? It's not possible for you to just take it that easily. You don't even know, do you? You've broken the law, Conrad. You don't remember? Oh, I guess you haven't realized it yet. Realize what? Do you find some of your evidence to be too coincidental? What are you talking about? The blessing on the antenna during the robbery case. You didn't think that was real, did you? What? But Detective Dare! He doesn't know either. His investigation was so poor he didn't even have men guarding the roof. That made it quite easy to plant some blood on the antenna during the trial. No! Of course, even that wasn't enough. I had to tell the inept detective to check the area. All I have to do is tell your superiors that you planted it. You can't! Once they realize you used forged evidence to prove your client innocent, there will be a retrial for Bridges, and your badge will be under review. This is bad. I can't let him. All that could be avoided if you just hand over that hard drive. I can't win. This organization, whatever it is, they likely have resources beyond count. Agents working within the police force, bribed officials. Just how much power do they have? Well, take it. At least we kept to our principles. Thank you. I can't help Fletcher if I lose my badge. I'll have to play it safe for now. Besides, Fletcher wanted this, right? I'll be going now. Do yourself a favor and leave things as is. I'm still going to ask for a retrial. There won't be a retrial. You won't see Fletcher again. What? I truly am sorry. I know you two were close. Hold on, why won't I see her? She's too much a rogue element at this point. We're taking her somewhere safe. They're taking matters into their own hands. Now that she was convicted. They're not even going to let her in a traditional jail. She knows too much. Wait, unless... You're not really detaining her, are you? She's too useful for you, so you're going to make her work while imprisoned. Sometimes your ability to theorize scares me, Conrad. Goodbye. So that's it. It's all over. H has a retrial was just crushed. At least, she'll be productive during her time. And I'm sure Neil has some sympathy. They won't treat her harshly. Sorry, Chloe. We lost. I don't like this. God damn it. It really is peaceful out here. What do I do now? Do I continue down my path as a defense attorney? Or am I really better suited as a prosecutor? All my life I've been fighting crime, but today I just broke my own code. I defended a known criminal. Does that mean I'm not fit to be an attorney? I think in time I'll figure out the answer. But for now, I need to rest. I've had a long day, and Fletcher will be living her new life soon. It's too bad I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. So let this be my goodbye. I hope I can see you again, Sarah. You won't! Thanks for playing. Ah! What? This is so anticlimactic! Burden of Proof. Raw Productions. Developed by Matt Enad. Enad? I hope I'm saying that right. Alpha testers: Jason Yi Fong, David Persian, Alejandro Bruce, Matt Fama. Art. Concept art. Amy Tang, Liu Ying Li. 3D modeling, Matt Enad, Amy Tang. Credits funding, Scavenger. Credits Foundation. Gray Nail. Gray Nail. Continuity Girl. Now hiring. This could be you. Music. Where love is found. Where love isn't found. Love through centuries. The Christmas waltz between worlds. God. Wait! What am I saying? To hell with that. I can't let them do this. Yes! I can't give up. There must still be something I can do. Okay, that's the Conrad we know. If I don't act, then Nell's going to take Fletcher away. I have to act fast or else she could be locked up for good. Do I really want to just leave things as is? There's too many stones unturned. Too many things I have to ask her about. No, I won't give up. I will find her. I have to think. Ace! Can you hear me, Ace? Affirmative. I need you to locate Sarah Fletcher. Locating. I've got no choice. I have to find her. Miss Fletcher is currently moving at a speed of 35 miles per hour north. She's already being transported? I have to get there fast. Now's the driving minigame. I started losing my mind. The fear took over. If I failed to intercept Fletcher, I wouldn't be able to see her again. She'd be locked away in some government facility, slaving away at projects. I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't let her face that alone. Oh my gosh. Aha! Sarah, I found you! Oh, no fair, you totally cheated! Oh, did not! Ow! Cheaters get what they deserve! Hey, it's just a stupid game. Conrad, it's called justice, don't you know? If you do something wrong, no matter how small, you go to jail. I don't think that's how it works. I mean, it's not like every little thing matters, right? Ow! That's exactly what bad guys think when they do something wrong. You know what my mommy said? She said that people like that start with little things, like stealing snacks. But when they get older, those snacks turn into cars, and then money, and then... Sounds dumb to me. Ow! Well then, think of it like this. Let's pretend you're the judge. The judge is really smart, right? Yep, if the judge lets just one bad guy get away, the next bad guy can say, but how come he got away? You see, then he just gets an excuse for doing more bad things. That's what justice is. Oh, sounds like a pearl clutcher. I guess so. Hey, you want to play again? I can't. I have to go now. But you always leave early like this. I have to study. My parents keep making me. That's stupid. You're just jealous because I'm the best in our class. Ha, so what? So, don't you want to be smart like that judge? If he puts the bad guys away, then yeah. No, silly, he just chooses which ones are bad and which are good. Huh? Don't they already know? Ow! That's a job for the, lawyers. But whatever, they all catch the bad guys, right? Yep, each person does in their own way. The two suit guys yell at each other and then the judge hits his hammer. Wow, is that why you study so much? There's lots of other reasons to be smart. You have a computer, right? Oh yeah, we have one of those. Did you know those things can talk? Huh, really? I'm gonna learn how to make them talk. Come on, comrade, come study with me. Yeah, let's make the calculator talk too. 2 + 2 is 4. 2 + 2. Friendship is so abusive. Ugh. Huh? What? Where am I? We're back here again. What? We got knocked out. What? There's a gun there, too. What the frick? What happened? Why am I here? Wait, is that... No! Sarah? Sarah, can you hear me? No, this can't be. This can't be real. Hey, wake up! No, why? She can't be. This isn't happening. She's dead? Sarah, why? Ugh. She's not breathing. She has no pulse. Is she gone for good? Is there nothing I can do? Come on, Sarah, wake up. You have to. Don't go yet. Just hold on. It's no good. Her skin is ice cold. She's been dead for a while now. No, what am I saying? Don't give up on me, Sarah. Come on. Please. This is bullshit! No. It's too late. She's gone. Why? Hey, why did you have to die? What happened to you? Cross, step away! All that time we spent together as children. I thought finally we could remember them together. I thought I would never see you again. But when you were accused of that crime a year ago, I had a chance to help you, and I didn't. I let you down. You got pulled into this mess. Why didn't you tell me? Conrad, get away from the body. We need to perform the autopsy. No, you can't. Cross, I'm sorry. No, don't. Don't take her away from me. Sarah, stay with me. We faced so much, but now... If you don't move, then we'll have to use force. Officers, arrest this man. Sarah! You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Why? Sorry? On what grounds am I being arrested? You've been charged with the murder of Sarah Fletcher. No, you've got it all wrong. I didn't do this, I'm innocent. Why are you with the body? I just woke up here, I don't remember anything. Really? You don't believe me? I'm sorry, Cross. We're headed to the detention center. No, we have to find Sarah's killer. We're wasting time. I won't let you do this. Calm down, just cooperate. If you're innocent, then it'll be cleared up. She's dead. Dead, did you hear me? She's not coming back. So why are you arresting me when you should be looking into this? You're a detective, right? Well? Take him away. You're making a mistake. Ah! Bro, you look like a killer right now. I was not expecting her to be dead. Jesus. Man, Nail's a piece of shit. She's gone. Conrad, I don't know what to say. It's all my fault. I deserve whatever punishment they give me. No, Conrad, don't say that! Nobody will believe me anyways. They all think I killed her. Don't they know I could never even... I believe you. There's no way you'd harm Sarah. Dare doesn't seem to think that. He's determined to send me to prison. We can fight this. It's not hopeless, we just have to keep trying. There's no point. I failed. Sarah, she's not coming back. We failed her. Okay, Dora. No, we would have just wanted, she would have wanted you to go free. She would have wanted us to work this out together. Come on, Conrad. If we just sit back and do nothing, then we'll lose for sure. But if we try, then at least we have a chance. I suppose so. There's still so many questions that need answering. The organization that you told me about, the one that Fletcher belongs to. What are they trying to do? The program that Sarah built, they needed it. You mean ACE? It's a complex AI that's trained to solve criminal cases. Huh? Then why was Nail a part of that? Nail's been in the shadows ever since his recovery. Under the alias of Ram, he's been scheming to get his hands on the Zero data. He used Fletcher as a proxy to secretly obtain the hard drives. Wait, didn't he already have them? The top brass of his organization had been planning ACE as a secret project. For some reason, they didn't want their actions to be noticed by the government. So they had Fletcher build it, and then they used her as a scapegoat. You should play as her. She's not a lawyer, though. Lawyer. They branded her a criminal so the public could target her instead of them. That's cowardly. But Fletcher went along with it anyways. Why? Then we need to investigate that organization. Maybe, Zemsy, maybe. You're right. There's still so much we have to find out. Even if Sarah's gone, I can at least try to understand what she was doing. And I have to find out why she died. But I can't do much while I'm stuck here. And it looks like my case is going to trial tomorrow. So then we'll get you acquitted. I'll call an attorney. Maybe Flocking can help. Hey, Flocking! No, I'm not dragging anyone else into this. Conrad, don't you think 3 heads are better than 2? It's not like it hurts to have an extra hand in the team. Alright, I'm trusting you. Yay, we're done here. I'll call Flocking for help. Oh, my stupid nose. I think there's an errant hair in my nose that's just like rubbing up against the side. It's driving me nuts. Let's focus on the charges. They're accusing me of murdering Fletcher. Do you know any of the details of the case? How did she die? They haven't told me anything, but when I was at the scene, she had a wound in her stomach and was bleeding. What do you remember before you woke up near the bridge? I remember bits and pieces. It's no use. The last thing I remember is leaving the roof after I confronted Nail. And that was over 12 hours since I woke up. You really don't remember anything? Did you pass out? I must have. Now that you mention it. I have some bruises on my arm and the back of my head. And these bandages on my hands. There are cuts on my palms. Maybe you fell over, then someone dragged you to the crime scene. Is that really all it is? However this happened, I think someone treated my wounds. We've seen cases before that involved a mysterious relocation like this. Do you think you were drugged? I didn't eat or drink anything since before the trial. It's a fool for a client. That's way too much time to take effect even for a slow-acting drug. Then we'll have to find some reason as to why you passed out. We can't rely on the prosecution to find evidence in our favor. I need you to go to the crime scene and investigate. You also need to find out the extent of what's happened. Cause of death, reach of the crime scene. Find out exactly what Fletcher did before she died. I know how to investigate, Conrad. You taught me yourself, after all. Right. Good luck, and thanks for helping. You got it! Chloe McCarthy, on the job! Okay, so we are gonna play as her, I think. Holy crap, what a twist. So this is the crime scene. There's the body. Still? Jesus. I have to do this for Conrad. Chloe McCarthy, assistant to the hero of something. He's not much of a hero anymore. How could you do this? Conrad is innocent. I need to investigate the scene. Will you explain the situation? Found Cross near the body. It's pretty clear that the sword was the murder weapon. There's a wound in the victim's stomach that was made from a bladed weapon. We also found a gun. It's right over there. I see. So the culprit was armed. But why was Fletcher here in the first place? Well, we're not sure. But last night she was being transported from the detention center. We're pretty sure she escaped and somehow ended up here. This is terrible. Why did this have to happen? I'll take a look around. Just speak to me when you're finished. And I'm sorry. If Cross is innocent, the truth will come to light in court. I have to do my best here. I need to find out as much as I can. Time to hydrate. Time to make Cross proud. Yeah, they just left her body there, I guess. Bridge canal, okay. Take this investigation, yeah. Okay, so nothing there. There's blood here, so let's check that. Oh wait, actually, is there anything at this crate? No, okay. Okay, so that's the blood from the previous case. Nothing there. It's a gun. Oddly enough, this gun was the same one used in Vilmer's death.
It's used in Vilmer's death.
Huh? The one that was thrown in the fountain?
Yeah, someone removed it and brought it here.
Does that mean they were in a rush to commit this crime? If so, then it must have started in the airport lobby.
It looks like it wasn't used. There are no new shots fired from that gun.
Why is it here? If it wasn't used, why was it still here? The culprit left a lot of things lying around.
So did the crime scene investigators. Well, if it was Conrad, they supposedly passed out here last night. He wouldn't have had time to hide the weapons.
Something's not adding up about this. This is the sword from the last case. Someone must have moved it from the airport lobby to here.
The sword is covered in the victim's blood. We already ran the tests.
Someone brought this here and used it to kill Fletcher. Is that really what happened?
I'm gonna go to her and say, but what are these papers?
They are garbage, okay. Never mind. Oh, she's turned over now. What the hell? Or is she always like that? Maybe I just didn't see her face before. This is Fletcher's body. Dare, is there an autopsy yet?
It's still in progress, but we have a photo for reference.
It's just like you said, a stab wound in the stomach.
Yep, and there's even blood under the body as well.
This is horrible, but I need to stay strong. Is there anything else you could tell me about the body?
There's one thing I noticed. It seems like her hands were bound by rope.
Rope?
That's not standard practice for the detention center. But maybe they went a little medieval yesterday.
That doesn't make much sense. It's more likely that the culprit did this. Were they trying to take Fletcher somewhere? Looks like I finished the investigation. I should talk to Dare when I'm ready to continue. Whoops. Okay, so we have fountain pistol. The gun that was in the fountain during Fletcher's trial was found under the bridge. No new shots were fired. Familiar item that appeared during Fletcher's trial was found under the bridge and is covered in Fletcher's blood, and the victim was Sarah Fletcher. Her body was found under the bridge near the sewer passageway entrance. There was a considerable amount of blood under the body. And maybe I should save. Hawk 4. Save. There we go. Whee! I'm running circles around. Oh, I know I'm not. I thought I could run. Never mind. Ready to leave the scene? Yep. Yep, finish. Okay, Dare, is there anything else I should know about?
Oh, there's been construction happening up there.
Oh, I noticed that.
We checked it out, but there weren't any obvious clues that led to this murder. That means we could probably rule out the possibility that the culprit was there.
I see. It's too early to say it's completely unrelated. Several construction vehicles parked there, including a crane. Maybe these sound of construction masked the crime.
No, there hasn't been anyone working there for the past several days. We also found something in the sewer passageway.
Ah, a trace from the culprit?
Not exactly. It was a piece of cut rope.
Ah, the rope she was possibly bound with. Rope. Signs of being cut loose. Okay.
On another note, we're gathering details on Fletcher's convoy.
Convoy?
That's right. She had an armed convoy while she was being transported. I believe they were taking her north.
Ah, dang it. But where were they going?
You'd have to ask Nail. It has something to do with his organization. We're most likely going to be discussing the route of the convoy during the trial. Which is why you should take this map of the city. Not to scale. Shows a few relevant locations and their positions, not exactly to scale.
Okay, so parking roads, airport, bridge and sewer entrance.
Okay.
That'll be helpful. Thank you. Are you quite done here? Ah, it's Nail. Don't sneak up on us like that. It's scary.
Why are you surprised?
My car's been parked here all morning. Still, you're wasting your time. Let me guess. You're the prosecutor for Conrad's case. You should plead guilty tomorrow. Oh, I fucking hate Nail. No way. How can you say that? Conrad used to be your assistant. I know you're treating him like a criminal. We can't just assume that those we know are innocent. Tomorrow, you'll understand. Conrad will face the full force of the law. You're horrible. Why were you moving Fletcher in the first place? It's classified. I can't reveal any details. How do you expect to hold a fair trial if you're withholding information? I've had enough of this. Dare, let's investigate the scene.
As you say, sir.
I need to get back to Conrad. Tomorrow's trial will be difficult. Oh, Conrad gets a phone call later today. I should lend him my new phone. I can't think about that. I have to focus. What would he do in this situation? That's right. I should review what we know. Fletcher was found here with a stab wound, and the sword and the gun were brought here from the airport lobby. So that means sometime during her escape from the convoy, she ran into the killer who came from the airport. That's not a lot to go on. But for now, I should return to Conrad. It's in our hands now. It's up to me and Flocking.
Okay, so there's no love triangle, but at least we have Flocking.
We're gonna be fucking flocking. Ha ha ha! Tomorrow we'll have to face Nail in court. I just hope we'll be able to handle it. But if I've learned anything from my time as Conrad's assistant, is that things never go to plan. That's actually probably a good place to stop and save, because it's going to take a while to get through this, I think. But I also really want to play it. So I'll save here. Yeah, we'll continue. We're going to continue because I want to know what happens, damn it! Fuck it. We ballin'. You got this. Huh? Where's the judge? Is he really late for my trial? Calm yourselves. The judge is being brought in as we speak. Brought in? Is he really that lazy? Don't worry, Cross. We have your back. Yeah, we'll prove to everyone that you're innocent.
Ah, here they are. They brought the judge.
What? But that's... Initializing. Ace? Don't tell me. This computer program will be running today's trial. I am more than capable of exercising judgment on this case. Hold up. Is this robot really qualified to run a trial? Don't our laws state there must be a human judge present? Today's trial is an exception. Our organization is testing the functionality of Ace. Testing? Now? Can't you run the tests that aren't as risky? How can we trust Ace to be unbiased? You could have altered his programming. Ace has met the specifications of the Justice Department. In fact, he's already been through a rigorous training program. The council feels as though he's ready to take on a real case. Affirmative. I shall give you the benefit of the doubt, Mr. Cross. This is going to be a tough trial. Ace is extremely clever and can catch the smallest of details. We'll have to be on our guard today. Conrad, I can't help but feel this is partially our fault. We did call the previous judge into question, after all. After the last trial, we got into an argument with the presiding judge. It's possible he was removed from this case due to his unfair verdict. Do keep in mind the counselors are present to keep me in check. This should be another interesting trial. Technology these days has been getting on my nerves. Now that the familiarities are aside, are we ready to begin? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. And the defense? The defense is ready if you are. Actually, there's something I need to tell the court. Please proceed. I'm denying my right to an attorney. Excuse me? Huh? Flocking, your services are no longer needed. I'll be defending myself. Oh! Cross, no! What does Dempsey say? Dempsey said anyone who represents himself has a fool for a client. Conrad, no! Giga Chad! Oh, God. Oops. Do you wish the attorney to leave? No, she can stay. What's the objection? Do I push it? That doesn't add up. Wait, no, I can't. Do you subject yourself? Oh no! It was worth an achievement at least. I'm getting indecisive. I'm even doubting myself. I should be on my toes. I need to remember to object when something does not sound right. Conrad, I don't want the burden of this trial on Flocking's shoulders. I want to help you, Cross. And you can, but not as my lawyer. Are you done bickering? We're ready. Please begin. This is the trial for the murder of Sarah Fletcher. Would the prosecution make their statement? Dare, if you would. I don't have all day. Oh my God. Phew, crime details. Please tell us what your team found at the crime scene. Under the bridge. The victim was Sarah Fletcher. She was a wanted criminal and was recently convicted of a crime. We found her body under a bridge. Is that where she died? Probably. There was no blood anywhere but right near where the body was. And the autopsy? I have it right here. Okay, let's take a look at the updated autopsy report. Sarah Fletcher, Bridge Canal, between 9:30 and 11:30 p.m., April 5th. Caused it to die from a stab wound by a bladed object in the stomach. There was no exit wound. Wrists were bound by a rope at one point. Died from a stab wound in the stomach. And the weapon was a bladed object.
Yep, it was probably that sword that was found near the body.
Probably, we don't know. Dare, you're an idiot! The sword that appeared in Vilmer's murder. It was used to kill Sarah?
I started to quote what else is found near the body.
Do I object to this? I've always just objected to everything, but I feel like this time it's gonna be really... That's not right. Are you feeling what? Something else found near the body. Please do. For petty attempt at humor. I should be careful and object.
Ah, I fucked up! Found a pistol near the body as well. The same one that was thrown into the fountain when Vilmer...
My confidence is now... It was up here, now it's...
And no new shots were fired from it, correct? Yep, so someone must have moved it from the airport lobby to the bridge.
And the same goes for the sword. I wonder... Just how did Fletcher get to the bridge in the first place? Oh yeah, wasn't she in the detention center? My records indicate she mobilized north at about 5:35 p.m. on the day of her murder. What? How can you know that? Ace has a GPS tracking program that lets him track individuals with implants. Huh? You can just look up her path and we'll know how she got there. Negative. Shortly after 5:35 p.m., my GPS system went offline.
Offline?
How did that happen? It was disabled remotely. I can turn it back on if it is relevant to this trial. Who? Who disabled it? It was the defendant, Conrad Cross. Huh? I did? You were logged in remotely through a tablet on the day of the incident. You inquired on Fletcher's location and then disabled my GPS tracking. What? I don't remember that. Then you logged off. I was unable to track any positions during the incident. Then you must have a record of inquiries up to today. Processing. I have no records between that time and afternoon yesterday. I see. This is very suspicious behavior from the defendant. Conrad, I still believe in you. That's right, I don't even believe in myself.
So somehow Fletcher escaped from the detention center and ended up at the bridge? That's a bit vague.
It's all my fault. Why did it turn out this way? Conrad, you have to keep trying. Don't give up.
It is the prosecution's belief that the defendant interrupted Fletcher's convoy.
Convoy?
I suppose now is the correct time to mention this. My organization was transporting the criminal to a secure location. Don't worry, we received clearance from the Justice Department beforehand. It was a security detail. There were 2 vehicles with several armed guards.
Then how exactly would Cross have stopped it?
Simple. He created a diversion.
Hold on. It's the defense's belief that the defendant, that I passed out due to being drugged. That's why I must have forgotten that I disabled the GPS tracking.
Sadly, that isn't the case, Conrad. When you were arrested, we ran several tests on you, including blood analysis, and found that there were no traces of drugs or sleeping agents in your system.
Okay, but is it gonna say anything about my bruises in the back of my head?
Found no trace. Okay.
Alright, but
according to what you said earlier, you can't remember events after 5:35 p.m. You were found unconscious at the bridge after 6 p.m. the next day. Any substance that was able to knock you out for over 12 hours would have been found.
But is it still possible that it passed out due to stress or some other factor?
Perhaps, but not for a whole 12 hours.
Even if you did, then if nobody had malicious intent against you, how did you end up at the bridge? He's right. At some point I would have gone there out of my own accord. I see.
It should be clear that there are actions the accused took that he does not remember.
Which is why I will now tell the court about a second incident that occurred. Second incident?
Forgive me, let us refer to this map.
Ah, my god.
Fletcher's convoy had the detention center around 5:30. It had left. They made a quick stop at the town center, then continued north. However, they were halted near the parking garage by a bomb threat.
Bomb threat?
Yep, I think you'll recognize this.
What? That's the fake bomb from the terrorist incident.
Someone parked the van right in the middle of the road. Naturally, the convoy thought it was real, so they stopped. Then they heard gunshots.
Gunshots?
Several guards went to investigate and found this.
Blank pistol. That gun is from the robbery case?
Indeed. It was used by Fletcher to threaten Miss Towers.
That's the one that contained blank shots instead of bullets.
They fired 2 shots. No shooter was found. No fingerprints either, but we did find this.
Oh my god, it's all the cases coming together! Tripod from the Gardner case? All these items are returning. Why?
Tripod was found on his side next to the gun.
Conrad, would you happen to know how this gun was fired? It was fired remotely. The gun was fired remotely. And how is this possible? There's a trick to operating pistols at a distance. First, the gun needed to be mounted on this item, the tripod. It's just basically rehashing, make sure we knew everything about all the cases. It was this tripod. In the Gardner case, there was a gun mounted to that tripod. With the press of a button, someone could fire the gun remotely. However, the knockback of the shot would cause the contraption to fall over. And the button was on his keys, correct? That's right. The only way to activate the mechanism was to press the button. Excellent. It's not looking good. You've just proven your own demise, Conrad. My own demise? Don't tell me they found... This pair of keys was found in the parking garage in the trash can. And the button had your fingerprints on it, Cross. We were set up. We were set up! The gun on the tripod were clearly set up to distract the guards. We know it's a setup because we're back in the sequel as a prosecuting attorney, or a defense attorney, so... Since the defendant's fingerprints were on the button, it means he had the intention of firing that gun. I understand. This could prove that the defendant did stop the convoy. Metagaming! You hear that, Conrad? It's all over. No, it's not. You're jumping to conclusions way too quickly. Oh, am I really? There's no denying the fact that my fingerprints are on that button. But there must be some other explanation as to how they got there. I can explain in a different context why I would have pressed that button. To demonstrate something. Now, you would remember this since you were in a coma. But I did press that button once before. That's not right. That's right. It was around 2 years ago, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. In the Gardner case, this tripod was used with a gun mounted on it. The defendant was acting strange about his keys, so I pressed the button. That's when we discovered the tripod and the button were linked. I see. So the fingerprints remained since then. But can fingerprints even stay around for that long? As long as nothing tampers with it, it's entirely possible. That set of keys was just sitting in my office all this time. Slow down. In your office, you say? Yes, I keep some of the evidence from past cases. Isn't that a crime? Would that happen to include the tripod? That's right. Well, the tripod and the black pistol from the robbery case, blade pistol, were in your office on the day of the incident. Allow me to show the court how this all makes sense. Take a look at the map again. At 5:30, the defendant was at the roof of the building on the top right. So I want to ask the detective where the van with the fake bomb was. It was still in the dining hall parking lot. Huh? You still had to remove the evidence from there? We've been busy. The dining hall is between that building and the parking garage. Okay, dining hall, parking garage, okay, and the defendant had time to run there and steal the van. Then he just had to drive to his office and pick up the tripod, pistol, and the keys. And where's your proof? This is just speculation. I figured you'd be stubborn like this. So I called a special witness that should clear up any doubts you may have. Please bring in your witness. Sarah Fletcher! It's her. Miss Flowers? I'm on time! Yes. Could you please give the court your testimony? Sure thing. Flowers in the rubble. Where were you at 6 p.m. on the day of the incident? I was at my office. Your office? Wasn't it blown to bits by a bomb? Yes, but we've already started reconstruction. And I can't stand being late for anything, so I showed up to pay my respects. To your destroyed building. And what did you see while you were there? Well, I saw a van pull up in front of the parking garage. And then someone stepped out of it. And who was this person? I'm pretty sure it was you, Conrad. Welcome back, Dora. We're on trial for murder. Me? It was hard to tell because it was at a distance. But I think I can make out your pointy hair spikes. And what did the defendant do? Well, I didn't pay much attention to him after that. I figured you were just doing some attorney work. Oh, this is bad. Apparently I parked the van with the fake bomb on the street in the parking garage, in front of the parking garage around 6 p.m. But they said that she left at 5 p.m. It's bad. Conrad, This is fine. You're on trial for murder, not stopping a convoy.
That's not the distraction part that concerns the prosecution's case. It's what came after.
Thank you for your testimony, Miss Flowers. Anytime! Alright, gotta run! I'm gonna be late! Processing. The testimony we just received was not the most reliable. The witness claimed to have seen the defendant at a distance. For something Nail's organization developed, it sure seems to be giving him a hard time. No matter. Let us assume that whoever the culprit was stole one of the vehicles. Why do you say that? Because when the guards returned after investigating the gunshot, the vehicle Fletcher was being transported in was missing. Shouldn't there have been someone watching the convoy? There was, but he was knocked unconscious with a weapon. Specifically, the rear end of this spear.
Oh my god, every item from every trial!
But that's the spear used in the robbery case! Another item for your law office.
Surely the only one that could have taken these items was you.
Actually, Conrad's door is always unlocked.
Oh, that's right. Anyone could have walked in and taken those things.
Not very secure, are you?
Regardless, the guard was knocked out cold due to being hit by a spear. Oh, excuse me. It was found on the floor next to him when the others returned.
So, what happened to Fletcher?
She was handcuffed in the back of an armored vehicle. The culprit drove that vehicle to get her away from the convoy.
But the question is, where was she driven to?
To answer that question, I've called another witness.
Another?
This case is bigger than I originally thought.
Please bring in your witness. Please bring in your witness.
Ah, it's Thorn! Greetings, lads.
Thorn?
Yep, I am the witness. Please tell us your situation. Right, I've been granted immunity from a certain action I took.
Immunity? In a previous case, this prosecutor had corroborated with the defendant.
In a terrorist incident in the dining hall, Thorn went easy on Chloe.
He tried to stall for time and let Conrad win, right? But how is that relevant to this case?
Well, it'll be clear in a moment. Please tell us what happened. A threat. A little after 6 p.m., I received a call from a mysterious person.
Mysterious person? Who was it?
The individual was using a voice modulator to disguise themselves, and they threatened me.
Huh? How?
They threatened to expose my actions during Chloe's trial. I would have been up for review by my mother.
So that's what you were worried about? Do you care about your mom's opinion over your job?
At any rate, the culprit had me do something. The witness will not be held accountable for the following actions, as part of his agreement for testifying today.
Actions? What did he do?
I was told to drive Fletcher's vehicle to the airport.
That is a serious clue that could lead to the culprit.
Well, I didn't learn much. I panicked, so I just did as I was told.
Where did you pick up the vehicle?
It was at the town center.
That's right, I saw you there when I was filling out retrial papers.
Right, well, I must have been in a hurry because I was looking for the vehicle. I found it on the opposite end of the roundabout, and Fletcher was inside. Did the victim say anything to you? She was arguing to bring her back to the convoy, but I didn't listen. I figured the culprit would do something if I disobeyed. This is bad. Then I just drove her to the airport. Let's take a look at the map one more time. The culprit drove the vehicle from the parking garage to the town center. Okay. That's when Thorn received the call and drove it further to the airport. Sarah likely died at the bridge, so how did she get there? Well, when I arrived at the airport, I called the number back.
Did you speak to the culprit again?
Yes. They were still using a voice modulator, but they seemed confused as if they didn't know I had accomplished the task. I hung up and decided to bring Fletcher inside the airport. What time was this? Around 6:30. I thought the culprit would show up any minute. I released Fletcher from her handcuffs, but bound her hands with rope.
Huh? Why did you do that?
Because the culprit wanted her to escape. It would be a pain if she was still in handcuffs. But I also didn't want her to run off, so I had to tie her hands.
I understand. Please continue.
I brought her into the lobby, and there was no one there. Soon I panicked again and left her there. You what? Oh my god, maybe it is the curse of this game, I get tired. Oh god, we're doomed. I thought the caller was running late. I didn't want to stay around to find out. I took the armored vehicle from the airport and drove it to the bridge.
So we knew how Fletcher escaped the convoy. We still don't know how she ended up at the bridge.
I believe I know the answer, but let us hear the last of Thorn's story. Well, I drove the vehicle to the bridge and found you, Cross.
Me again?
I realize you recently lost your memory, so I'm not surprised you don't remember. But you seem to be panicking and looking for Fletcher. I told you the situation, and together we searched for her.
Two witnesses spoken about me now.
I drove us back to the airport and we went inside. But she was gone.
Gone? So that means...
The culprit must have taken her in the time that I left.
Wait, but if what you say is true and I did meet you at the bridge...
Your stress makes you tired, maybe. That would mean I wasn't at the airport. There's no way I could have traveled that far in the time after you left. This proves I'm innocent. Hold your horses, Conrad. Thorn simply made an assumption. It wasn't the killer that took her from the airport. It was me.
Why were you at the airport?
I was investigating the last case.
That's incredibly suspicious. Thorn got a call that made him bring Fletcher to the airport. Were you happen to be investigating?
I admit it's a coincidence, but I wasn't the only one present. My alibi can be confirmed by our next witness.
Next witness? There's more?
We need to have a full understanding of the incident if we're to draw any conclusions. Thor, do you have any more to your story? No, that's all. Oh my god, no, yeah, there it goes. After we found Fletcher's mission, I headed back to the bridge while Cross stayed there. What was I? The plan was for you to keep searching while I called for help. I waited at the bridge for a bit and then ran into Miss Flocking.
What? You were there too? I guess I was. By that point, we were helping the police search the city for Fletcher.
Interesting. I requested a typed summary of your testimony to be added as evidence.
Processing. We will take a short recess while we prepare the next witness.
Thorn got a call after 6 that I forced him to drive the armored vehicle from town center to the airport. At 6:30 he called the culprit again, but the person at the other end was confused. He left Fletcher there, bound by rope, and went back to the bridge where he met me. He drove me to the airport and then drove back where he met Flogging. Weird.
Court dismissed.
Very, very weird. God dang it.